Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking heroes. Well, not really heroes, but one of my heroes. We talking Eddie Murphy, y'all, man. And if you pay attention to the channel, you know I love to throw a little comedy in my videos, and I always pull from one of the greatest comedies of all time, and that is Coming to America. So when I heard they were coming out with a sequel, you know I was excited. But a lot of times sequels do not live up to the classics. We know this, man. We know this, man. But speaking of classics, man, I just got to play my favorite clip from the movie just because, baby. Just because.
Yeah. Shut the chocolate. God damn, that boy can sing.
You must be crazy.
He good.
You must be crazy.
You must be crazy. He good. You must be crazy. That is one of the most used clips I use on my videos. So because of that clip, I had to do a review on this film. Even though it doesn't quite fit my format on the channel, I said forget about the format for one video. Let's do a comedy. Let's do a comedy review. And I gotta tell you, this movie had me rolling like it was the Breakfast Club. This movie had me rolling like I was Charlie Murphy. This movie had me rolling like I was J. Jonah Jameson. Man, y'all get what I'm trying to say. The movie was funny, y'all. It was funny. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Okay, first off, I just want to say is what they attempted to do is not an easy task. I mean, what they accomplished is not an easy task. It wasn't an attempt. It was an accomplishment because they knocked it out the park, y'all. They did this daggone thing. Bridging the gap, decades and decades between each other, and making it, you know, reminiscent and funny at the same time and fresh at the same time. Man, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall and the writers on this movie are geniuses, man. They are geniuses. They're comedic geniuses. And they just subtle things like, you know, Eddie Murphy's facial expressions, his smile, the way he reacted to things was just so funny, so authentic, so hilarious. You get what I'm saying? So I just had to tip my hat off to them for them even being able to get this movie made and for it to be good and be impressive enough for me to do this interview. A review, I should say, not interview, but you get what I'm trying to say. It was just a very fun ride, and it wasn't, you know, vulgar or anything like that. They were able to keep it clean for the most part. You had your edgy jokes, you get what I'm saying. You still gonna have to have your PG-13 on this thing, but it wasn't a rated R film, yet it was still funny. You get what I'm saying? You know, I wouldn't mind having, you know, children in the room. Maybe they're doing something else, but I wouldn't mind having children in the room. You know, you didn't have to, you know, cover their eyes or anything like that. And in today's world, that's kind of hard to do because we do have the Dave Chappelles and the Chris Rocks that make cursing so funny. So it was funny to see these guys be hilarious without necessarily going all the way out there. You know, it was cursing in the film, but it wasn't over the top. And you know, I kind of appreciate that in my 30s. I kind of appreciate that. So it was just very satisfying film. Another thing they did really well that I wasn't really expecting is the new characters, the new comedians, the new age actors. They brought them in and they fit seamlessly with the older cast. Like, this is decades apart, different styles, different statuses, different everything, and they fit together like a glove. You know, they didn't feel out of place. The one character I was worried about was Wesley Snipes. He didn't feel out of place. He did a really good job. And man, I'm telling you, when Tiana Taylor came on screen, she had me feeling like an episode of Fresh Prince. The women overall in this film were beautiful. They were absolutely beautiful. The cast was beautiful. Everybody was on point. And what made the film so great, without giving too much away, was just the cameos and the throwbacks to the original film. You cannot see this film without being a fan of the first film and watching that first film like 12,000 times the way I saw it as a kid. So I picked up on every ad lib, every joke, every throwback, every piece of shade, everything I caught on, and it made the movie fantastic. And because of that, man, the first movie is a 10 out of 10. It's an untouchable classic. But because this one did such a good job, I had to at least give it a 9 out of 10. I'm going to watch it again tomorrow. That's how funny it was, man. I got to watch it again. And make sure you check out the after credit sequences, y'all. Alright guys, this is it for this one. If you're into superhero videos, check out my superhero playlist. Also check out my black superhero playlist as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for kicking it with me. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.